Hi, I'm Darnell at Whalen Recipes, and today I'm going to be cooking a whole chicken in the Ninja Crispi portable cooking system. So let's get cooking right now. Alright, so I'm going to go over the ingredients that I have. I'm going to be using Ninja's recipe for this one, and I want to show it to you from their quick start guide. This is their crispy whole chicken recipe. And you're supposed to use a 3 to 4 pound chicken. This is a 3.5 pound chicken. It's not frozen. 3.5 pound chicken. So it's right within the range of what they want for their recipe. Also calls for some extra virgin olive oil, kosher salt if desired, and ground black pepper as desired. You can use some lemon wedges for garnish if you want. I'm going to be using some organic extra virgin olive oil. I've got some sea salt, and I've got some I'll be doing some freshly cracked black pepper as well. So, very similar ingredients here. And they mentioned that, you're basically supposed to rub it with the oil, season it up, then put it in. Now, this is where it gets interesting for me, because they mentioned that you put it in and that you're going to run it for an hour on air fry. And an hour air fry on this chicken, really the temperature for air fry goes over the usual heat tolerance temperature for extra virgin olive oil. So we'll see if we get some smoke. And an hour on air fry, looking at this chicken, you see the top of their chicken. This is their chicken here. Now, it's hard for me to, just in my personal opinion, believe that this was done in 1 hour on air fry in the Ninja Crispi, if you've seen my initial review, which is also here on the channel, at how this can cook things pretty heavy from the top down. Now, you could say that maybe they flipped it over and they were doing it with the breast side down, and that would mean that the meat, for the breast meat, the most thick meat was on the bottom, which doesn't cook as well as things on the top. And if you've got any experience with the Ninja Crispi, and I hope I may have demonstrated it some in my initial review, but it doesn't cook things on the lower end as well as the upper part. So having it breast side down wouldn't seem to make much sense, because they don't talk about flipping or turning it over during the cook. They talk about putting it in 1 hour go and air fry. And it, this being the result seems a little odd to me, but we're going to go with it anyway, and we're going to see what we get. And I don't think it makes sense to have the breast side down cooking for an hour, because there's no way that that thicker breast meat is going to cook fully in an hour with the breast side down. So I'm going to have the breast side up. We're just going to see what we get. So I'm going to go ahead and get things oiled up and seasoned up now. You can, always share your thoughts and opinions and comments, but this is the route that I'm going and how I'm going to go about it myself. And, if anyone feels differently, you can always do it the way that you prefer in getting yours, but I'm going to try this route. Alright, so we've got everything all in there, and so with that I'm going to get the chicken on in here. Got the 4-quart container in there, and put the lid on. We see it does fit, so I mean it's like barely fitting in there. I don't see any kind of way that Ninja's chicken could have come out the way it did, but maybe they did it somehow. They don't mention covering or anything of that nature. I'm familiar with turning the food over and all that type of whatnot. So we'll see what happens here. I'm going to get some of this out the way before I start. Okay, so with the chicken in there, I'm going to go over to the air fry mode and going to up the time to 60 minutes. And just got to hold it to get there. Wait a sec. Alright, we're at 60 minutes. I'm going to hit start. We're going to let things just basically cook for a while. See what happens. If things get too out of hand, I'll stop it early and bring you back. But other than that, Lord willing, I'll bring you back when it's done and we'll see what happens. Alright, so things have been going for a full hour, and we're going to see what's going on in there now. Now I do find that it's interesting how the top looks compared to when I've done like bake. The top looks very good. Very, very good. I am impressed at how well it did not overcook the top of the chicken. That's very good. Now I'm going to just, now the breast meat is 169, so the breast side is done. And I am impressed at how it didn't overcook things like when I was baking something and how it got overcooked in the initial review. That's very interesting. And I guess I'm not seeing the same type of char streaks as Ninja's picture, but still very good. Much better top than I expected. Now I need to check in the thigh area. Now in the thigh area, I'm seeing 170, 180. Hold on, let me get back in there better. Down here in the thigh. Yeah, we're in the 170s. So it seems like we're done. I am seeing a lot of fluid coming out of the front now that it's done. So it seems like it's fully cooked, although there's still a lot of fluid buildup inside that I saw come out when you kind of tilt it like that. You see a lot of fluid draining out of there. I'm going to check over here. Yeah, it's like 163, 165 there. So we're done, but that other side is just really, you know, just not as well cooked is the best way to put it. So it does work, and I am impressed that it did work. I am impressed that it did work. It's kind of like, you know, marginally done at that point. Now, I guess at this point, any extra cooking is on me, right? Because I chose to go longer. I'm going to go another 10 minutes just to cook it another 10. I know that's going to make it over 165, blah, blah, blah. But I would like it to be done a little more. And so it defaults at 10 minutes when you put the lid on. So I just moved it over to air fry. Just going to do 10 more minutes just to cook things a little better before I pull it. Alright, so I put an extra 10 minutes on top of it just for good measure. Things are still looking pretty nice on top. I mean, the top of that is impressively nice, I must say. For a basket style of air fryer to not overcook the chicken, I don't know, maybe I should be using air fryer when I'm trying to bake something. Yeah, now the temperature's up to 180s in there. So an hour does get you that 165. I go on the thigh here now. Yeah, I'm in the 180s. Yeah, 170s. I mean, down there. Yeah, I mean, it's all done. It's all good. The underside doesn't get as cooked, but you know, I'm pretty comfortable that it's all done now. You see the underside there is a little light, but when I check temperature down there, it's like 190. So we're good. We're good. So I'm just going to set it here and just give it 5 minutes to reabsorb juices. Alright, after giving the chicken 5 minutes to absorb juices, I must say it turned out far better than I expected. I mean, as you know, I didn't expect this, so very good. So I'm just cutting a piece off for taste test purposes. So just going to cut a little piece there. Maybe if I want some more, cut some more, but let's go ahead and do a quick taste test. Alright, so let's go ahead and do a taste. Thank God for this chicken still piping hot. Let me blow to try not burn myself. I'll try a second. Alright, it turned out well. Tastes good. I would say that it's not as moist as a Ninja Prestige roasting of a chicken, but it's still a very good whole done chicken. So a 3.5 pound whole chicken, an hour, 10 minutes on air fry, and it turned out nice. It turned out real nice. So you can do a whole chicken in a Ninja Crispi and it'll cook it and not totally burn over the top of it. That's pretty amazing. I don't know if they got something in there that says, hey, it's a chicken, he's up. But it did a great job. It did a great job there. I'm really impressed with how it did. And so, you know, Ninja Crispi knocked it out. So that's all good, because I didn't want to ruin the chicken. Even though I thought I might, but thank God that didn't happen. So, nothing in this video is sponsored, nothing given to me. On this channel there's over 900 videos. There's 90 plus cooker reviews here on the channel. Countertop appliance videos, like 90 or more at this point. And so basically in the video description there are lots of ways to help the channel. I prefer to not have attachments to the cooker manufacturers at all. And so in the video description there are ways that you can help the channel, like my cookbook, merch, membership, donations, link to the Amazon shop where you pay the same price, help the channel. Also buy me a coffee link if that's your preference. Also check out my blog, superwaveovenrecipes.com. Again, that's superwaveovenrecipes.com. And if you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. Share the video with a friend, leave your comments, subscribe, hit that notification icon, and good eating.